Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today guys, as you saw from the title, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. There was a lot of stuff in this data download. A brand new LR meta cooler, of course, the full power SSJ4 Goku, the full power category itself, a ton of new units, some free to play units. The LR meta cooler, by the way, is Cooler Army. Sorry, it's not just LR meta cooler, but it's LR meta cooler Army. Is a free to play, so it's a free to play LR. So a lot of stuff to talk about. Before we actually begin though, I want to give a couple shout outs, actually a few shout outs. One, the super tags you'll be seeing on your screen are from my FGC. A link to their Twitter will be down below, as well as a shout out to DBZ.space. A link to that will be down below because a lot of the info we're getting here is straight from DBZ.space. And then last but absolutely not least, over to the Dokkan subreddit, and more specifically Z Awesome Man 1023 over on the Dokkan subreddit for the sort of easier translations, stuff like that. So let's go ahead, let's hop in and let's talk this brand new SSJ4 Goku, which by the way, his art is amazing. We kind of sort of had a glimpse into it whenever it went live in there. Not went live, but we saw the this sort of image for it from the V-Jump a couple weeks back. But now that we've actually seen it, it's a very beautiful art style. So art style, that sounds so weird, but let's go ahead, let's hop in and let's talk about him. He is of course the full power category key +3 HP attack defense plus 150% lead. So they went ahead and just went straight across the board with him. I'm totally fine with that. 150 across the board is not a bad thing, so I'm honestly okay with that. Super tech types, key +3, HP attack defense plus 90%. So it does seem like they're sticking with this to some extent on some of these, so it's nice to see that he is boosting tech type as well. Super is deals immense damage and greatly lowers enemy defense. This super is amazing. This super is absolutely fantastic. I mean, like, legitimately, this is the type of super that we would have seen before and thought immediately it was on an LR. So, like, they are stepping up their super so much lately. It is absolutely insane. So I love to see that they're continuing to sort of bring out new effects and stuff for these supers and build upon them and make them look awesome. And of course, he is using his Dragon Hammer, Dragon Fist technique, and it looks great. So his passive, they're loving this style of passive. His passive is attack 100% up, and the more HP that he's missing, the more attack. So from the way it's reading, so the more HP that he's missing, the higher his attack goes up. So his attack and defense goes up with a max of 70%. Medium chance for him to counter enemy super attacks with ultra enormous power, so he's similar to that sort of thing, but similar to like Bojack and another unit that just did that. I can't remember which one it was off the top of my head right now, but the lower their health gets, the higher they get on an attack and defense boost. So that's pretty standard for how those are going. Links in the sky are Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Ray, Shocking Speed, GT, Prepare for Battle, and Fierce Battle, and Saiyan Roar. So unfortunately he's missing Over in a Flash, which I guess they don't see, even though it is full power. And if I remember right, this form didn't last that long. Over in a Flash is such a sort of staple link within a super tech team. I guess I didn't think that he needed it. So that is that, but he does fit into the Shadow Dragon Arc Saga. Or Shadow Dragon Saga team, and then of course his own full power team. So it's definitely nice to, oh, and Pure Saiyan. So it's definitely nice to see him, and let's finally have an SSJ4 Goku that is on Shadow Dragon Arc. So and he fits great onto that particular team. So it's definitely gonna be fun to run that team again. Hopefully I'll see some Omegas on my friends list. But now let's hop into the brand new LR meta cooler. This guy is free to play. He's extreme types, key +3, HP attack defense plus 70%. Again, it's a wild thing to be seeing units that are better than the, like, say, the Rose, at least from their leader standpoint, that are free to play. Like, that's such a cool thing to be seeing that now. I know that 70% on even extreme types overall is still not much, but it is a nice touch to go ahead and add in there. His 12 key super is deals colossal damage and greatly reduces enemy defense. His 18 key super deals mega colossal damage and raises extreme type allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. These super techs also look great. The 18 key one is fantastic as well. But anyway, this guy is coming as a straight LR. It doesn't look like he's gonna have an SSR or, you know, anything like that. So of course, since he doesn't have an SSR, he won't go into his TUR form either. You're going to probably do something and acquire him via straight LR. Now, the only thing that sucks when they are like that is they pretty much don't have a farmable super attack. And the only way to sort of open up paths is to get more of them in the sort of probably difficult fashion that you had to get the other one before. Like, for example, to get more of the Goku Ginyu Force, you have to have 120,000 of the battlefield currency, which you can get about that much per full run of each month. So it's a very slow process. It's a very difficult process, and raising the super attack legitimately requires either Grand Kais or Elder Kais, or any of the other sort of super attack specific raising items. So kind of stinks from that standpoint. It is nice to get him straight LR, but anyway. Passive on this guy is the more HP, the more attack and defense that he has, with the cap of 90%. Attack up to 2 times with a high probability. Attack of 2 times with high probability, rare chance of launching a super attack. So similar to many of those other units that do that, like Omega and Cooler. Links are big bad bosses, shocking speed, strongest clan in space, auto generation, nightmare, fear and faith, and legendary power. And I'm not gonna lie, I like this. I'm a huge fan of both Cooler movies, so to be getting a Metal Cooler army is definitely exciting. Again, they are straight pulling from the list of the LR election. We've gotten Bardock. Well, we got just Bardock, but with his super attack, it was like Team Bardock. We've gotten LR Beerus. We've now got LR Metal Cooler. So they're pretty much pulling off that list. So it would not surprise me to get an LR SSJ4 Goku soon, or maybe that sort of team up thing they might do with LR SSJ4 Goku and Vegeta, and it'd be an awakening mechanic into LR SSJ4 Gogeta, so who knows. Then moving on to a couple of the other sort of hype cards that are coming out with this. The physical Frieza, the physical GT Frieza. So he can be ran alongside other Final Form Friezas, because that sort of GT sort of aspect to him. Leader is extreme, fist types key +2, HP attack defense 90% up. So actually a pretty decent unit. He's going to be summonable. He does awaken. This is his TUR form, by the way, that we're looking at. Super is deal supreme damage, medium chance to stun. Passive attack and defense 80% up. If enemy is sealed, add 100% to attack and deal super effective damage to all types. The only thing that stinks about that is a lot of enemies can't be sealed these days, at least in Dokkan sort of events. So that part does kind of suck, but his passive 80% up on attack and defense is not bad. Links are prodigies, universe's most malevolent, shocking speed, strongest clan in space, GT shattering limit, and nightmare. Also worth noting that these guys' super attacks, this and the GT perfect cell, it looks great. Like, again, like they're stepping up their game on these super attacks. Now, don't get me wrong, some of them still kind of seem whatever on some of the more just generic type units, but on like this right here, the Cooler and the Goku, they all look great. They all put a lot of work into them, and it looks fantastic. Then also, speaking on that, the new Intelligence TUR Perfect Cell is extreme int type key +2, HP attack defense 90% up. Super is deal supreme damage and seals enemy super attacks. Passes with attack and defense 80% up, so just like the Frieza, if enemy is stunned, add an additional 100% to attack and deal super effective damage to all types. Now again, this isn't, I guess, a bad thing if you are hopping into, by the way, they're totally meant to be ran together, but if you're hopping into a, like, say, which these guys can't even be ran on Super Road together, but still, if you're hopping into something like that, this is great. But if you're hopping into a Dokkan Fest that can't be stunned, can't be sealed, etc., then those passives, once you get past that additional 80% to attack defense, sort of just nullified out. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Links to Brainiacs, Gentleman, Shocking Speed, GT, Ultimate Life Form, Shattering Limit, and Nightmare. Now, before we move on to the rest of these units, if you're new to the channel, you're enjoying the scene today, we're trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button, and joining the hashtag NanoFam today. So slapping the like button as well. Let's hop in now to Beatine. Her leader ability is Strength type key +2, HP attack defense +30% up. I'm assuming this unit is off of the new story event that's coming out. In case you guys didn't know, there's a new story event coming out. Some of these are going to be from that, so we'll get to that in a second. Once I'm done talking about these, we'll talk about the full power sort of category as well. Whew, I'm trying to get through everything here. Anyways, her super deals supreme damage, raises super type allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. Passive is defense 70% up. After attack plus 70% for 3 turns. So if you place her in a position where she can get hit, you're then going to be able to deal more damage. Links are Twin Terrors, Android, Battlefield Diva, Cold Judgment, GT, and Infinite Energy. Then her counterpart is the AGL Hellfighter 17, and his leader ability is AGL type key +2, HP attack defense 30% up. Super deals extreme damage to enemy, lowers the enemy's attack. Passive is high chance to dodge enemy attacks. Links are Twin Terrors, Android, Shocking Speed, GT, Nightmare, Fear and Faith. And then we do have a new summonable GT Goku, or I assume he's summonable. He seems really good to not be, so I'm assuming he is. If you guys think differently, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. But leader is super strength types, key +2, HP attack defense 90% up. Super is deals immense damage and greatly lowers enemy defense. Passive in launching a super attack 120 up and defense 30 up. If there's only one enemy, key +3. This is why I don't think he's going to be free to play. I think this unit you're looking at on your screen is definitely summonable. If he ends up being free to play, then okay. but I am pretty sure that this guy is absolutely going to be a summonable unit, unless he ends up being free to play from this new story event, or there's some, I guess we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, links are Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, Experienced Fighter, Saiyan Lineage, GT, Prepare for Battle, and Shattering the Limits. And then last but not least, for what we're covering today before I hop into the full power category, there's a new free-to-play Frieza and Cell from the GT Saga. Frieza is leader in type key +2, HP attack defense 30% up. Super is deal supreme damage with a medium chance to stun. Passive, which is where he's actually really good. Kind of reminds me of the Kel that we could get from that event. Passive extreme type key +2, attack defense 25% up. Reduced damage received by 30%. Links are Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Shocking Speed, Strongest Claim in Space, GT, and Nightmare. And then hopping over to the Cell, the last unit we're covering today before I hop into the full power category. Leader is Fizz type key +2, HP attack defense 30% up. Super is deal supreme damage, steals enemies super attack. Passive extreme type ally key +2, attack and defense 25% up again. The passive alone makes both these great units, especially being free to play. At start of turn, recovers 7% of HP. Links are Brainiacs, Gentleman, Shocking Speed, GT, Ultimate Lifeform, and Nightmare. And then last but not least, we'll wrap up today's video looking at the full power category here on your screen now. It's a lot of units. It's a lot more units than what I honestly anticipated it being. Roshi is actually in there. Another sort of notable units is they did go ahead and include Broly. I didn't know if they would, but they're including the LR Broly. They're including the Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku that we just got. Kefla is in there. Caulifla is in there. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. It's a very cool category. Perfect Cell also getting a category here, which is definitely nice to see him, especially since the tech one just got the Extreme Z Awakening, and of course tons of Golden Friezas and everything else like that. So and unless I missed it, I looked through it extensively about 2 times. I did not see the Rage Vegeta, and I'm looking again just one more time. LR SSJ4 is there as well. And Rage Vegeta is not in this category, so I was right on my assumption that the Bulma sort of holds back that unit to some extent. I'm assuming because she's on it is why they probably are not including it here, and why it's not getting included on several others. So Rage Vegeta himself is a great unit, but being so limited to only being ran on Mono STR or a Heroes team does kind of suck. So anyways, there you go. That is today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, consider going down there, hitting that like button if you're new here. And you also really enjoyed it, consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button again. Huge shout out to MyFGC, huge shout out to Dokkan Server, huge shout out to DBZ.Space. And I will see you all in the next video, guys. Have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Bye, guys.